in the year 859. While much of Europe was still in the early Middle Ages, while kingdoms were rising and falling, a woman in North Africa made a decision that would change the future of education forever. Her name was Fatima al-Fihri, and she founded what many historians recognize as the world's oldest continuously operating university. Not in Paris, not in Oxford, but in Fez, Morocco. To understand her story, we must first understand her world. The 9th century city of Fez was alive with ideas. Merchants crossed the Sahara. Scholars traveled from Andalusia. Caravans carried gold, salt, silk, and books. Yes, books. Fez was becoming one of the intellectual centers of the Islamic world. And into this world came a young woman whose vision would outlive empires. Fatima al-Fihri was born into a wealthy family. Her father was a successful merchant. Originally from Kairouan, in modern-day Tunisia, the family eventually settled in Fez. They valued knowledge, they valued faith, and they believed education shaped society. When Fatima's father passed away, she inherited a significant fortune. Many in her position might have chosen comfort, luxury, security. But Fatima chose something different. She chose legacy. In 859, she began construction of a mosque and learning center. She dedicated her inheritance to this project. Every coin, every resource. She reportedly fasted during its construction, praying that it would serve generations to come. The institution became known as al-Qarawiyyin. Today, it is called the University of al-Qarawiyyin, and it still stands. Al-Qarawiyyin was not simply a place of prayer. It became a center of higher learning. Students gathered to study theology, Islamic law, grammar, logic, astronomy, mathematics, medicine, philosophy. This was not informal teaching. This was structured scholarship. Degrees were granted. Scholars debated ideas. Knowledge was preserved and expanded. Centuries before many European universities were founded. For comparison, the University of Bologna in Italy was founded in 1088. Oxford emerged around the late 11th century, but al-Qarawiyyin began in 859. More than 2 centuries earlier. This matters because it challenges a common assumption that higher education began in Europe. History is more complex and far more global. Scholars from across North Africa and Andalusia traveled to study there. Some historians believe even European thinkers benefited indirectly from its scholarship, through translation movements, through shared texts, through intellectual exchange across the Mediterranean. Fez became a bridge between Africa, Europe, and the Middle East. And at the center of it all was a woman's decision. University of al-Qarawiyyin. Today, UNESCO and Guinness World Records recognize al-Qarawiyyin as the oldest existing, continually operating educational institution in the world. That means, for over 1,100 years, students have walked its halls. Ideas have been debated. Knowledge has been passed forward. Empires rose, empires fell. But the university endured. Fatima al-Fihri did not build it for fame. There were no social media announcements, no global press coverage, no monuments in her honor at the time. She built it because she believed education strengthens communities. She understood something timeless. Invest in knowledge, and you invest in the future. In many narratives, women in medieval history are portrayed as silent, invisible, powerless. But Fatima's story tells a different truth. Women were patrons, leaders, founders, influencers of intellectual life. Her sister, Maryam al-Fihri, also founded a mosque in Fez. This was a family of builders, a family of vision. Fatima al-Fihri. Her legacy forces us to rethink assumptions about Africa, about women, about education. Africa was not isolated from global intellectual development. It was contributing to it, shaping it, leading it. And a woman stood at the origin of that contribution. Imagine the courage it required to take your entire inheritance and invest it into something that would not benefit you immediately, to build for centuries you would never see. That is long-term vision. That is civilizational thinking. Al-Qarawiyyin's library became one of the oldest in the world. It preserved rare manuscripts, ancient texts, scientific writings, legal treatises. In times when knowledge could easily be lost to war or decay, it was protected there, guarded, copied, studied, expanded. Today, visitors can still walk through parts of the complex. They can see the courtyard, the arches, the intricate geometric patterns, architecture that reflects both beauty and intellect. It is not just a building, it is a statement. A statement that Africa has always been a center of learning. Why is this story not widely known? Why do many people learn about Oxford, but not al-Qarawiyyin? Why are European universities often presented as the starting point of higher education? History depends on who tells it. And for a long time, Africa's intellectual contributions were overlooked. But the evidence stands in stone, in manuscripts, in over a millennium of continuous study. Fatima al-Fihri did not command armies. She did not conquer territories. Her power was quieter, but perhaps more lasting. She built an institution, and institutions outlive rulers. They shape minds, and minds shape history. When you think about influence, think beyond battlefields. Think about classrooms. Think about libraries. Think about ideas that survive centuries. That is the kind of impact she chose. In 859, a woman invested her inheritance into education. More than 1,100 years later, her investment still pays dividends. Students still gather. Professors still teach. Knowledge still flows. This is not myth. This is documented history. This is African leadership. This is female leadership. This is intellectual power. And it began with one decision: to build, to teach, to preserve knowledge. Fatima al-Fihri, the woman who founded a university that outlived empires. If this story changed how you see history, imagine how many more remain untold. Subscribe, because Africa's story is deeper than you were ever taught.